Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Pagey here once again, and this is going to be my Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Easter eggs you may have missed. And the one major thing is, if I've missed out on any Easter eggs, make sure to leave them in the comment section below because I've probably missed some. I've seen the movie 3 times now, so I've got a few here, more than a few, but if I have missed any, make sure to leave them in the comments. And if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. So most of this is in chronological order of the film, and obviously, warning, spoilers ahead. So the first thing we see in the film is Bruce Wayne's origin story, even though we have seen it many times. But in Batman v Superman, this origin is a major nod to The Dark Knight Returns. This includes the gun being caught around Martha Wayne's pearl necklace, Bruce falling into the Batcave and the bats surrounding him in a very similar way, and even Thomas Wayne's moustache. Now Anatoly Knyazev is in this movie, portrayed by Callan Mulvey. Now, Anatoly is also known as KG Beast. They don't refer to him in the movie, I think, as KG Beast or anything like that, but that's his other persona, I guess you could say, KG Beast. Now, Lex Luthor's hair, for some reason, decided to confuse some people, but he did used to have hair. In one issue in particular, Superboy causes these chemicals to fuse, causing this gas, cloud or fume that actually makes Lex's hair fall out. Now, obviously in the movie, he shaves his hair off, might I say, but it'd be funny if that happened. Now, Mercy Graves is briefly in the movie, portrayed by Tao Okamoto. Now, Mercy was originally introduced in the Superman animated series in the 1990s. Now, she's much more prominent in the animated series, in the movie, she's not in it for that much, but at least it's, using something that us kids that grew up in that era are familiar with. Now, Perry White, when speaking to Clark Kent, refers to him as Smallville. Now, this is a nickname Lois Lane used in the Superman animated series, as well as the live-action TV show of the same name, Smallville. Perry White also tells Clark it's not 1938 anymore, which is a reference to the year Superman first appeared in Action Comics #1. It could also be a subtle hint to fans who always have this need to complain about the way that Superman has changed. Our first introduction to Batman in this film screams The Dark Knight Returns when 2 police officers, a rookie and a veteran, go to investigate a disturbance. Now, the veteran tries to calm the rookie down, knowing that the Bat is on their side, which is very reminiscent of The Dark Knight Returns. If my memory serves me correct, there's also a similar scene in Batman Begins as well. Now, Alfred also makes a quote about the next generation of Waynes facing an empty wine cellar, which is, if my memory serves me correct, from The Dark Knight Returns as well. Now, the Robin costume that we have seen in the trailers as well is cased in the Batcave and is very similar, if not identical, to that of Tim Drake's Robin suit, even though it's widely believed that Jason Todd is the one that died and donned this suit. And hopefully we find out more about that in Suicide Squad releasing later this year. So the scene where Batman is shooting a rifle is straight from The Dark Knight Returns as well. However, in Batman v Superman, he is actually shooting a tracking device, and in The Dark Knight Returns, he is shooting a grappling hook. And we obviously had the reference to the Joker, which was also in the trailer with the whole freaks dressed like clowns line. Now, when Superman is lifting this Russian rocket, well, at least I think it's Russian, it is similar to the scene in The Dark Knight Returns when he is seen lifting a tank. It's important to remember, I guess, that The Dark Knight Returns Superman is sometimes seen as a really bad take on Superman, especially by Superman fans. Now, the nightmare sequences have hints to the future big bad in the DC Extended Universe of Darkseid, from his parademons to that big Omega symbol just lying on the floor. Our first meeting with Ezra Miller's Flash involves him appearing in another of Bruce Wayne's visions or nightmares. Now, in this, he warns Bruce about the future. Now, you can vaguely make out some of his suit, mainly just the face stuff, and it looks sort of futuristic, but also sort of like the Injustice suit. Now, when Lex Luthor accesses General Zod's ship, it does seem very similar to the moment that Lex Luthor gets into the Fortress of Solitude in Superman 2. So we also got a second cameo from Ezra Miller's Flash as he prevents a robbery using his super speed, as you would expect. Now, one interesting thing here is that Ezra Miller still has that long hair that he actually had in real life. So will this play part in the Justice League? No, I think he'll actually get a haircut, but we'll have to wait and see. We then get Jason Momoa's Aquaman in action as he stabs a surveillance submarine, I guess it is, with his trident and then bolts away in the ocean with a sonic boom, which I thought was really damn cool. And the final Justice League cameo is Cyborg, as we see Victor Stone strapped to a board of some sorts, and he's actually just a torso, which is pretty cool. And then we see his father Silas sort of recording the whole thing. He's then fused with what looks like to be a mother box. I'm not too sure, but it does feel like a scene from a horror movie. Like, it's pretty horrific what happens. But that potential mother box thing definitely, once again, hints at Darkseid's inevitable arrival. The use of sonic waves as well as the kryptonite and lead-lined gas in the Batman v Superman fight used by Batman is straight out of The Dark Knight Returns once again. Now, during the scenes in this building here, we can see a question mark down here. Now, this is a possible reference to the Riddler, but we really don't know if this version of Batman has faced Edward Nygma yet. It'd be pretty cool if one of the solo Batman movies is with the Riddler, but I guess they'd have to make it work and make it seem fitting with this sort of Batman that they're trying to portray on screen. Also, on my third watch, I thought I saw something about the Watchmen graffitied on the wall. I may be wrong, I haven't seen it once again since my third screening, since the first time I noticed this, but if any of you guys have noticed this, tell me if I'm right. Does it have something to do with the Watchmen? So the scene where Batman rescues Martha Kent plays out exactly like another scene in The Dark Knight Returns, except replacing a little boy with Martha Kent and the mutants with these random goons. So Batman comes up through the floor, breaks through the wall to take out this dude, and then shoots KG Beast's flamethrower tank when he threatens that he will kill Martha. During the fight with Doomsday, we get a recreation of sorts of the iconic cover of The Dark Knight Returns. Now, this fight with Doomsday actually takes place and is contained on Stryker's Island, which is apparently abandoned. Now, in the comics, Stryker's Island is used as a huge prison, which Lex Luthor has actually been imprisoned in before. When Superman takes that nuke to the face, he recharges and heals thanks to the sun in a very similar way in a scene from, you guessed it, The Dark Knight Returns. In the nightmare scene also, there is a reference to Injustice when Superman has a go at Batman for not saving her, and then he proceeds to stick his hand through Superman and kill him, which I guess is a similar way to how he killed the Joker in Injustice. There is a subtle reference to the Red Hood in my eyes at least when Bruce says this to Alfred. How many good guys are left? How many have stayed that way? So could Red Hood be popping up? Who knows? In Wallace Keefe's, aka the guy in the wheelchair who blew up if you don't know his name, in his room there is a newspaper with Superman holding up a car, which is a possible homage to Action Comics #1. When Superman dies and Lois Lane kneels next to his body, it is a nod to the image, or the iconic image from the death of Superman. In another Death of Superman reference, the black coffin used for Superman's funeral with like the silver Superman crest is once again straight from the Death of Superman story. Also, when we zoom on the Clark Kent coffin, we see dirt fly up, similar to the Man of Steel part when he is about to fly. Also, it seems as if there is a subtle heartbeat, which could be a nod to The Dark Knight Returns, but flipped around, as Superman can hear the heartbeat of Bruce Wayne instead of the other way around of us hearing Superman's heartbeat. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave your opinions in the comment section below. Did I miss out on any major Easter eggs? I'm actually going to go see the movie again tomorrow, so it wouldn't surprise me if I saw another Easter egg that I've missed out on. But if I have missed out on any in your eyes, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and share it with any of your friends that might be interested in any of this. And subscribe if you are new. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.